While injuries are part of the game of football, they can also be its kryptonite. At the start of the 2023, Buffalo Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin was in a critical condition after his heart stopped following a tackle during the night football game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And the game was postponed, but later announced to be cancelled entirely. Like Hamlin, other prominent players have suffered from severe injuries during games. Many came back and flourished the scenes. Others not so lucky. Today, we take a look back at players whose injuries ended their football career. Steve Young, San Francisco 49ers. Former quarterback Steve Young was ahead of his time in the NFL. He could essentially do it all, pass and run with the best of them. He was the predecessor for many of the dual-threat quarterbacks that dominate the NFL today. However, the Hall of Famer's career did not end the way he wanted it. Due to his ability to run, he was consistently being hit in the head, as helmet-to-helmet hits were commonplace in the 1990s. During a Week 3 game against Arizona Cardinals, Young was sacked by cornerback Annius Williams in a frightening helmet-to-helmet tackle that gave Young his 7th known concussion and retired him from the NFL. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Sterling Sharpe, Green Bay Packers. The Hall of Famer endured a neck injury during the 1994 season, and doctors never cleared him to play again. Before the injury, Sharpe led the NFL in catches during the 1991 football season, a feat he repeated in 1992 and 1993. Sharpe also played in 5 Pro Bowls and was on 3 All-Pro teams. He is the older brother of Shannon Sharpe, another prominent former NFL player considered to be one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Terrell Davis, Denver Broncos. Davis suffered a knee injury during a 1999 game against the New York Jets. He was out for the rest of the season, and more knee injuries kept him on the sidelines until his retirement in 2001. Even though an injury sidelined his career, Davis's resume is still extensive. Davis played in 3 Pro Bowls and was on 3 All-Pro teams and is a 2-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 32 MVP, and the NFL's 1998 MVP. Kevin Everett, Buffalo Bills. One of the defining plays that made the NFL reconsider how it approached special team plays happened in Week 1 of the 2007 season. Former Buffalo Bill Kevin Everett suffered a fracture and dislocation of his spine while trying to bring down Broncos return man Dominic Hickson. Everett was not able to move anything besides his eyelids while he lay on the field, but thankfully he was able to walk by December of the same year. Joe Theismann, Washington Commanders. It was one of the most gruesome injuries in sports history. Joe Theismann was a standout quarterback for the Washington Commanders of his time. With the entire NFL watching Monday Night Football, Theismann's career would suddenly come to an end. In a failed flea flicker, Theismann was sacked by legendary New York Giants pass rusher Lawrence Taylor, essentially bulldozing his knee into the quarterback's leg, breaking his tibia and fibula and ending his career. Bo Jackson, Los Angeles Raiders.
Okay, we all know how much Cleveland loves Tecmo Bowl, so let's start playing. I'm the Raiders, I'm Bo Jackson, and hopefully he'll show up.
That's no fair. Bo Jackson's too fast.
One of the most dynamic athletes in sports history, Bo Jackson was a 2-sport athlete, playing football for the Los Angeles Raiders and baseball for the Kansas City Royals. Jackson's NFL career would come to an end against the Cincinnati Bengals in 1990 when he was tackled on what looked like a routine play. However, Jackson would dislocate his hip during play and later found out he had fractured his hip bone and the tissue on the bone was dying due to a lack of blood supply. Unfortunately, after the injury, Jackson didn't play football again. We hope that Hamlin has a swift recovery from his unfortunate condition. Then if he happens not to come to the NFL, he would be another player added to the list.